Hi, this is Christie Ryan with Christie Ryan Fitness. Okay, so you're ready to get healthier, to make some changes, maybe lose some weight. You know you can't be eating what you were eating, but you don't know what to eat. And so I'm going to give you some ideas. People ask me all the time, what do you eat? Or sometimes they come and look at my grocery cart when I'm at the grocery store. I'm going to give you some basic ideas. You can pick and choose what you want. The important thing is you start choosing things that you like so that you can continue to eat them. So to start out, I always eat breakfast. What I normally do is have a bowl of cereal, and I like Goleen. I pick Goleen because throughout my day I like to get protein in, and this is a higher protein cereal. I also try to not have as much sugar in the foods that I eat, and trying to find a whole grain, healthy, low sugar cereal is hard. Goleen is one of the lowest. I try to keep my sugar per serving at maybe less than 7. Goleen does have 9, but if you get some of the whole grain sweetened cereals, you're going to be up into 16, 17. A teaspoon of sugar is 4 grams, and so already there's 2 teaspoons in Goleen. And I don't really differentiate whether it's honey or cane sugar or sugar. I try to cut back on the sugar. The thing you have to look at when you're eating cereals or any kind of grains is watching the portion. So I try to keep my portion to a half a cup. So when you take a half a cup of Goleen and you pour it in a cereal bowl, it's not a lot of cereal. And so how do you fill up? I cut up an apple, dice up an apple and put with this. A cup of berries gives you a full bowl of food. And I add some soy milk or some unsweetened almond coconut milk. Have a cup of green tea with it and maybe a few raisins and walnuts. And it's a great breakfast. I do still cut oats once in a while, and I might make a whole week's worth and just scoop it up and have that half a cup and have that for breakfast. I do prefer the Goleen because it has more fiber, and I try to get more fiber in. So this works for me, but still cut oats is a good alternative for me also. In the middle of the morning, maybe 9:30 or 10, I need a snack, and again, I try to do something high protein. I don't tolerate dairy so well. If I did, I would have some Greek yogurt or some cottage cheese and maybe a little fruit for a mid-morning snack, cheese stick maybe. What I tend to do is get a protein bar, again looking for a lower sugar one, and the ones that I found are Dillon's Simple Truth brand Extreme Peanut Butter is high protein, lower sugar. Think Thin bars are higher protein, lower sugar. Even though I try not to have as much processed food, I do go to those once in a while because I'm usually on the road or in between customers, and it's something that I can eat quick. I do sometimes make up some Shakeology protein bars, and I can give you the recipe if you're interested in those, but those make a nice mid-morning snack as well. For lunch, I usually stop by Dillon's Salad Bar, get lots of grilled chicken, kale, spinach, maybe some romaine for a little crunch, carrots, green peppers, mushrooms, tomatoes, cucumbers. What really adds a little pizzazz is those little banana peppers. That's kind of nice. And then I'd like to make my own dressing. And again, I can give you a recipe for that if you'd like. But just some balsamic vinegar and lemon juice and maybe some Dijon mustard, a little garlic maybe, blend that up. And homemade dressings are so much better. They make your salads taste so good, and they don't have the high sodium content. I like to cook on the weekends, and so I might make up some roasted vegetables and quinoa. Really, if you take any vegetable that you like, cut it up, mix it with a little olive oil and some sea salt, roast it at 400 degrees for about 20-25 minutes. It's delicious. And I like to add quinoa to that. Quinoa isn't necessarily a grain. I think it's more of a seed, but it is a great high-protein starch to add with your vegetables and maybe a little grilled chicken or leftover lean meat that you have. Again, trying to get higher protein, and so this is nice. Brown rice is okay, but you got to watch the portions. Half cup is a serving. This is my friend. I use these all the time. So don't be afraid to scoop it up so you know exactly what your portions are. Another alternative for lunch is, some white fish and grilled vegetables. If you're at a restaurant, most places have grilled white fish, tilapia, or sometimes I'll buy some canned salmon and make up a salmon salad just with vegetables and salmon and a little cocktail sauce maybe. If I'm going to have crackers, I don't have crackers very often, but if I do, I go with the plain Triscuits. I try to find crackers that have the least amount of ingredients, and Triscuits have 3. They have like whole wheat, sea salt, and a little bit of soybean oil. The more flavored you get, the more additives are going to be in it, so I just like the plain. For a mid-afternoon snack, I like hummus and some raw vegetables. I'll cut up some red peppers, maybe some carrots, cucumbers, and have that with hummus. Again, you got to measure it out, maybe a 1/4 cup of hummus, a cheese stick, maybe 10-15 almonds. Any of those makes a good snack. The point is eating frequently so that you don't get hungry. Because if you get home and you're hungry, you're going to eat everything in the cupboard, no matter what it is. What works best for me in the evening is I have my Shakeology in the evening. And I like to mix this up with pumpkin. I just take plain canned pumpkin, put in ice cube trays, take some almond milk, my Shakeology, some cinnamon, put in a couple cubes of pumpkin, blend it up, and then I like to have a piece of bread with a little peanut butter on it with that, and I always use Ezekiel bread. It's a sprouted grain bread rather than a flour, and so that's a great evening quick meal for me. Then I don't have to worry about the cleanup. Doesn't take me long to fix. I can be done by 7:30, 7:45 instead of taking a lot of time to prepare and then clean up, and then my evening's gone. Other things you can add with your meals or a snack, hard-boiled eggs. I'll boil those up earlier in the week and then grab 1 whole egg and maybe an egg white, drizzle just maybe a teaspoon of olive oil on it, heat it up, some salt and pepper, and that's a great snack. Again, trying to find something with protein. What I do have to be careful of, I love raisins, I love walnuts and almonds, but again, portions. So I'll sprinkle some walnuts on my cereal, maybe have it later just for something sweet with some raisins. But again, I measure them out, and this is all I can have during the day. When this is done, I have to be done, because things like that are so easy just to nibble on, and those calories add up so fast. The same with raisins. I love raisins. I don't eat sugar, and so these are sweet, and I could eat probably half a canister, and I can't do that. So I measure out 1/4 cup early in the day. I sprinkle a little on my cereal. I might have a little bit as a snack or after my shake, but when I'm done, I'm done. Another way you could do this is buy those little boxes, and then you know for sure that you're not going to overeat. So those are just some things that I eat on a regular basis because it works for me. I know it keeps me full. It gives me energy, especially my Shakeology. I can't imagine my day without that. But find things that work for you, that are healthy. You know that weight loss is 80% nutrition. So you can be working really hard with your workout and not seeing results, and that's because of your nutrition. So eat well, eat clean. When you go into the store, stay on the outside of the store. You go in, you get your fruits and vegetables, you go to your breads, get your whole grain breads, dairy, you know, your yogurts, your soy milk, your almond milk, regular skim milk is fine, and then your lean meats, and get out of there. Try not to go down the aisles because that's where the processed food is, and it's better if you stay away from processed food. So good luck. You know how to reach me. If you have questions, I'd be happy to help you. ChristieRyanFitness.com. Good luck.